Hello again, Internet. Welcome back. This is another episode of Renegades React, and today we're looking at another death battle! This time it is Pokemon versus Digimon. Now, Pokemon and Digimon. What is your experience with them, Wyndham?
Okay, so my experience is, well, first of all, I went to a private school when I was younger, and they thought that both Pokemon and Digimon were the devil. But we didn't care. I love Pokemon, man. I'm trying to think. I played mainly Nintendo 64.
Pokemon Stadium?
Yes. But the thing is back then the psychic Pokemon were super OP.
Yeah,
so I would play against my brother, and I would pick all the psychic Pokemon.
Yeah, Gengar and Abracadabra, Alakazam.
Only my favorite was Jinx and Mr. Mime.
Oh, Mr. Mime, yeah, okay.
Those were my favorites.
Jinx.
And Mr. Mime would smack you. But, I would choose the psychic Pokemon because I didn't have to think about it, and they were really OP, and I would win, every time.
They really didn't have a weakness other than other psychic Pokemon.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
So, now they've got weaknesses, but back then they were really OP.
Yeah.
And also I've seen every episode of, I know the season of Pokemon.
Oh, the
Indigo League.
Indigo, yeah.
I've seen every episode of Indigo League.
I stopped halfway through Johto. I was just like,
yeah,
oh,
I've had a few people that tell me that I should do a Misty cosplay.
I could see you as Misty.
Yeah, I mean my hair's a good length, so I could wear a ponytail, and then I actually wear suspenders a lot.
Yeah, red suspenders, short shorts, and the
white tank top. And you know what? Then I've also wanted to do a Cheech and Chong cosplay, so the white tank top could double for my,
Yeah, I was gonna say, we could do Micah. We could do Micah as. Yeah, I was gonna say you could be Cheech. I was gonna say you could be the Cheech, Misty Cheech. And I can see it's like, hey man,
Mexican American.
Yeah.
Do you remember it? It
yeah,
was
Mexican
American. Yeah,
my mama talking to me, trying to tell me how to live. Dun, 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 dun. I could see that. That's so good. I could see Misty Cheech. It's
That'd be pretty good.
Cerulean City Gym is where I live. Da 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 da.
Mexican American.
Starmie are my main Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Da 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 da.
But anyway, that's my experience. I don't have as much with Digimon.
Well,
I am Pokemon all the way, pretty much.
Okay, well, Pokemon spawned this whole thing. It spawned kids and having these little companion monsters that do their fighting and help them on their adventures. Digimon was I can't really say is a Pokemon ripoff because Digimon, whereas Pokemon, anyone can. Yeah, Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. But okay, here's the difference between Pokemon and Digimon. Pokemon, anyone can be a Pokemon trainer. Anyone. You just have to be willing to go out on an adventure on your own, find different Pokemon and all that.
Catch a Pokemon.
Yeah, catch the Pokemon.
Pokemon.
And you can catch as many as you want. However, Digimon, you have one set Digimon, and in the show, there were only a limited amount. There were the Digidestined.
Okay.
And the Digidestined, how they progressed is that once their companion Digimon had reached a certain place, they could digivolve into a higher form. There was the champion, champion, ultra, and mega.
Okay.
Champion is whenever they're fighting, and you have a digi device on your waist, and whenever it reaches a high enough point, you can make it digivolve, and it becomes like a huge, like Agumon, who is probably my favorite. He was like a Charmander, like a little Charmander.
I think I remember him.
And instead, he grows into this massive beast that's got a giant skull plate cover with horns and everything. And then his ultra form. Well, he has two ultra. Well, his best ultra form is
sounds like
metal.
Dragon Ball,
with
like Super Saiyan.
Well, it kind of is. It did kind of combine both. Except here's the thing: where in Pokemon the evolutions are permanent, whereas in Digimon the evolutions, the Digivolutions, are actually temporary.
Okay.
And they only last for so long.
Oh.
And you see, and the only way for you to really get a Ultra was if you fulfilled your crest, and your crest was your trait that you were weakest in.
Okay.
Like for one character, Joe, his was courage.
Okay.
He lacked courage. So, or he liked courage and responsibility. So whenever he started doing courage and responsibility, his crest lit up, and thus his Digimon was able to Ultra Digivolve.
Okay.
And then there was the Mega, which could only be done. Only 2 Digimon could do that, which was bull. I'd love to have seen the other ones do it, but anyway, that's neither here nor there.
All right.
That's the whole backstory with Digimon.
All right, the premise of Digimon.
Yes, that's the whole premise.
All right, so are you ready for this death battle?
I think we're ready.
All right, let's do this thing.
Let's do this. We have nerded ourselves into a corner.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by Lenovo Game State.
Before you keep watching, head to LenovoGameState.com and leave a comment to build a video game the way you want it.
Just click the link in the description below to get started, and be sure to use the hashtag GameState on social media to spread the word.
Yeah!
Since the darkest depths of the human psyche first created monsters, we've dreamed of harnessing their awesome power, like Red and his Pokemon Charizard.
And Ty and his Digimon
Agumon!
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
If you're an old man who's wasted his life doing God knows what, you may realize that you always wanted to catalog every animal in the world. But that would be a lot of work, so you probably would just bribe a kid to do it for you.
So began the story of Red, an 11-year-old boy from Pallet Town. Red's mission was to challenge the gym leaders of the Kanto region, defeat the Elite Four to become champion, and of course, capture all 150 currently known Pokemon. To do this, he needed a partner, a companion, a friend, a Pokemon.
For obvious reasons, he chose the awesome Fire Dragon.
It wasn't really a tough decision. The thing is, my dad gave me the name Red, hoping that when I grew up, it would help me have the passion and energy of a red-hot fire.
While exploring the world,
makes it
Red and
easy.
his
Well,
Charmander began to grow
that
and
remake
learn.
that remake
Eventually,
series
the
is
little
awesome.
Red lizard evolved into the 5'7", 200-pound mighty Charizard.
Red's
taller than
Charizard
him.
is his go-to Pokemon in battle, and he's taught him a variety of powerful moves. His flamethrower is hot enough to melt boulders, making it over 2100 degrees Fahrenheit.
He can throw enemies around with Seismic Toss, beat the shit out of them with Mega Punch and Mega Kick, trap foes in a vortex of flame with Fire Spin, never miss stars with Swift, and bring the heat even higher with the ultra-powerful Fire Blast.
Being a trained Pokemon, there are dozens of other moves Red may have taught Charizard, including Blast Burn, the most powerful fire attack.
Over the course of their adventure beating up lesser animals, Red and Charizard became more than just trainer and Pokemon. They became friends. And in the Pokemon world, a strong bond between trainer and monster can make crazy things happen.
In Red's case, he unlocked the power of Mega Evolution.
Mega Charizard X gets a major boost in attack, defense, and special attack, making him a far deadlier Pokemon than before.
To add even more power, Mega Charizard X gains the Tough Claws ability, increasing the power of contact moves by 33%.
But fighting with a Charizard has its own share of problems. Being
Water.
a fire and flying type, a Charizard is weak to rock, electric, and water type attacks. And if the flame on the tip of Charizard's tail goes out, he dies. Man, that
For
seems
real.
like the worst thing ever. I mean, could you imagine living in constant fear that, I don't know, you'd get caught in the rain and
Yeah, I remember that
die?
episode.
That was
Fortunately,
heartbreaking.
a Charizard's tail flame burns so hot, not even water can douse it so easily. However, Charizard's battle strategy relies entirely on Red's decision and direction. Without his trainer, he would be as random and unfocused as a wild animal.
Luckily, strategy is Red's specialty.
Red is famous for not just his unbreakable faith in his Pokemon, but also his brilliant and sometimes unorthodox strategies in battle. While still only 11 years old, Red defeated Kanto's 8 gym leaders, took down the criminal organization Team Rocket, and became the regional champion, all in less than a year.
He's good, but he's also got one hell of a Pokemon on his side.
This is true.
Charizards are proud warriors. They dislike fighting weaker opponents
I like
and
that
really
Charizard
enjoy a
much better than
challenge.
Ninja Elite
Many
Charizard.
well-trained
Yeah.
Charizards have won tough
He was a
battles
jerk.
against all odds. Ash Ketchum's Charizard defeated an Articuno, and both his and Red's claimed victory in one-on-one duels with Blastoises. Blastai? The water turtle that's hard to beat.
Which, on paper, should have an enormous advantage. But that's not the limit to the Flame Pokemon's feats. Mega Charizard X has gone toe-to-toe with legendary Pokemon capable of altering the planet.
Wild Mewtwo.
And
Gosh.
Reds has even defeated Mewtwo, the most powerful psychic Pokemon known to man.
After becoming the
boss.
Kanto champion and catching over 150 Pokemon, Red and Charizard wandered the world, always training, always fighting, until eventually they stopped at Mount Silver in Johto. Distancing themselves from the rest of the world for no real reason, Red and Charizard stood atop its peak, waiting for the day a new champion would rise to challenge them.
Aha. Yep.
One fateful summer day in 1995, Tai Kamiya
Or Yagami Taichi in Japan.
went to camp with his friends. It promised to be a summer of fun and youthful adventures. Then a rainbow hole opened up in the sky, shot Tamagotchis at everybody, and sucked them into cyberspace.
Well, yeah, basically. When Tai woke up, he discovered he'd been transported to the digital world, where he met...
A bouncing pink blob that can talk.
You don't need to be afraid of me. I'm your friend, I'm your friend, I'm your friend.
Man, this show is weird.
That's
It
Koromon,
wa-
a Digimon
Koro, yeah,
specifically
Koromon.
created to be Tai's partner and friend. And to protect Tai from harm, Koromon learned how to Digivolve, becoming the fire lizard Agumon.
Agumon.
That's more like it. Agumon is a rookie-level Digimon with deadly claws and a fire attack called Pepper Breath.
Together with the other Digidestined, Tai and Agumon traverse the digital world, bringing balance to the chaos and destruction caused by several diabolical monsters.
Including an Elvis Presley impersonator who
Edamon.
was also a monkey.
Now, let's get something
I
straight,
hate
sonny
it,
boy.
Amon.
I'm the monarch of rock and roll. Your jobs make me happy.
Oh, that's
Man,
just
how
dumb.
high were they when they wrote this thing?
As
know,
their
it's attached
opponents
to his
became
hip.
more and more
Oh, okay. I
powerful,
thought it was
so
his
did
jump.
the
I
friendship
was like,
between
that's
Tai and
weird.
Agumon. As their bond grew, so did their power, and Agumon soon learned how to Digivolve even
It was
further.
Tai who had the
First
problem
up
with
is his
courage.
champion form, Greymon.
And there it is, the Digivolution. I remember the transformations early on took so daggone long, but in all honesty, first time it happened, it took a long time, and then after that, they shortened it, and thank God, because if it did this every time, it'd be like, okay. It's like Sailor Moon all over again.
My brother's
Unlike
gonna do that.
Agumon, who can still
Really?
pull off the whole cute and cuddly
Wow.
mascot
Regretting it, but
thing,
he's trying.
Greymon
Wow.
is two terrifying stories tall
I
and
like
way
his
more
blue stripes.
powerful.
Yeah.
Good luck snuggling up with that.
Kinda
Greymon
looks like
is
Tony
so
the Tiger.
strong, he is more than capable of trumping
They're
other
great.
champion-level opponents in combat, especially with his trademark attack, Nova Blast.
Next
Hey,
up is my
Agumon.
favorite,
Thank
METALGREYMON.
you.
This form's got a robot arm and shoots missiles.
METALGREYMON also wears layers of chrome Digizoid armor,
also has
the
a
hardest
really
metal
long
in the
name.
digital world. Since
What,
the
Metal-
digital world is
Metal
based on
Greymon?
the real world,
METALGREYMON.
all real-life metals can
METALGREYMON,
exist in it
4
as
syllables,
well,
yeah.
making
That's
chrome
too much.
Digizoid
For a-
tougher
for
than
a
the likes
thing
of
that you battle
tungsten,
with?
steel,
No.
and titanium.
And finally,
Should've
there's
called it
Agumon's
MG
Mega Level,
for short.
WARGREYMON.
War
Though he's a lot
Greymon.
shorter than METALGREYMON for some reason. But it's a small package with a lot of punch.
Quite literally, in fact. WarGreymon wears 2 clawed gauntlets called the Draymond Destroyers, weapons which are extremely deadly against draconic foes. To add to his defense,
remember when
he
that
carries
happened,
the
when they
Brave
did that
Shield
to-
on his
oh,
back,
man.
which is capable of blocking attacks from other mega-level Digimon.
We've come a long way from the annoying pink blob. WarGreymon's ultimate attack is the Terra Force, where he puts all of the energy from the atmosphere into a big ball of total annihilation.
Spirit Bomb?
God damn, that is some Dragon Ball Z shit right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But don't overestimate a Digimon's power. The Agumon line is weak to Earth Elemental attacks, and too much damage may exhaust him and force him back to a prior form. Also, while Agumon and his ascending forms can fight and think alone, his power comes directly from Tai. Without their connection, Digievolution would be impossible.
Yeah, but Tai started off as kind of a selfish dick.
He
even
did.
tried to trick Greymon into digivolving further, which ended in a skeletal monstrosity
Skull
rampage.
Greymon.
Well, he never wanted to come off that way, but sometimes Tai was just too courageous for his own good. and for those around him. Even as a child, his courage was unprecedented, promoting his strong relationship with Digimon in the first place.
Oh no, Ty, he's hurt! There's nothing you can do! Greymon, wake up! He's coming!
It's like Titanic.
Over
Kinda.
time, he learned the humility and responsibility necessary to successfully
little
lead the
sister Kari,
Digidestined against
who,
Apocalypse.
unbeknownst to
Basically,
her,
the
she was
physical
actually
embodiment of a
Digidestined
recyclement,
too. It's just
and
her
saved
device.
both the digital
It's just
and
her
real
device got
worlds
lost.
from being deleted forever.
And then when she
And
finally
with
got
the
it, she
universe
became.
saved, they donned
Yeah.
suits to become UN diplomats to the digital world.
Yeah.
Drugs, man.
That's kind of. I guess they're dressed to impress. That's nice.
Huh?
I guess they're dressed to impress. That's nice.
I guess so.
Go for it!
Didn't know the Offspring did the music for that. Just joking. Be a lot less higher voice. It'll be a lot more higher voice and a whole lot more
All
profane.
right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, we've got a mission for you.
Uh-oh.
Hey! Do you want to make a video game? Well, then we have a mission for you.
Lenovo hooked up a few former AAA developers with the Lenovo Y series computers. They're making a 3D sci-fi tower defense game based on your suggestions and feedback.
Look at that face.
Your mission is to click the link in the
Creeper face.
description to go to
that
LenovoGameState.com and leave comments on the tile
video.
Mission 2
I can see
Defend
that.
Your Territory.
Leave your comments, questions, and suggestions to influence the direction of the game.
Once you're done, be sure to spread the word on social media using the hashtag GameState.
Dargons.
Let's build a game
Dargon.
together with dragons.
Or whatever you want.
Or a dagger.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Death battle! Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Ah, there's nothing better than a campfire and a golden,
nice.
delicious
Charizard.
marshmallow.
Can't talk.
Yeah.
Who's that Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon? They better have the Poke Rap in this.
Oh!
You
So you want to
killed
be
my
a
marshmallow.
Pokemon? Do you have the
Whoa.
skills to be
You can
number
talk?
one?
You must be really rare.
No.
Hey, Agumon. I got some. I choose you! Charizard!
Hey.
Okay.
Pretty much. That's how I imagine Ty would be.
buddy, go for it. Pepper breath!
No damage. Uh-oh. Oh, headbutt.
Agumon! Okay, buddy, let's kick this up a notch.
Here we go.
Agumon! Digivolve 2!
Greymon! Let's trot!
Yep. Dude.
Mega Punch!
What was that, distraction?
He was like, new Pokemon? Catch.
Great Horns attack!
Oh, that's it! Flamethrower!
Nova Flame!
Oh, beam struggle. Or flame struggle, rather. Whoa.
Got him on the run! Turn up the heat!
That is one advantage Charizard would have, is mobility. Ow.
Keep it up! Aim above his head! Rock Smash! Greymon, he's coming!
Oh.
Tail Whip!
Ow.
Get up, Charizard!
Nova Blast!
Uh-oh.
No!
Huh. I guess that's that.
I was about to say, yeah.
It's not over yet. I believe in Charizard!
Whoa! He digivolved.
No, this is Mega Evolution! Let's go, Mega Charizard! Dragon
Yeah,
Claw!
it's the same thing. Why can't it be the same thing? Ow.
Flare Blitz!
I feel like if this is a real
Agumon,
Pokemon
no!
Agumon, Warp Digivolve 2!
Warped it. Really? You're gonna skip METALGREYMON? Yep, going straight to war. Okay. Alright, so...
WARGREYMON!
What? It evolved again?
Yeah! Now you'll see what a real Mega Form can do.
Charizard, take him out quick!
Great Tornado!
Fire Blast!
Great Shield!
Dragon Claw! Use Swift!
Stars that never miss.
That's it! Set him up! Perfect! Charizard! Blast Burn!
Uh-oh.
It's very effective.
Yes! We did it!
Stop hurting my friend!
What?
Ow! Jerk!
What are you doing? We're not supposed to fight!
Call off your dragon!
My turn!
Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, okay.
Good point, because there's no limit.
Die! Look out!
Oh, jeez.
Ow.
Charizard, you okay?
That's a
Force!
very good point, because they've got the limit of, like, they can call their Pokemon back.
Yeah. Wow. That got dark.
He's just like, hey.
That was rough.
What did we do?
KO!
Wow.
Oh, my childhood.
Charizard
Exactly.
may have started off with a mobility and versatility advantage, but the difference in power between the two only grew as the battle went on. First, when comparing the trainers, Red's bond with Charizard was strong enough to Mega Evolve, but like most Pokemon, their relationship is still one of master and, well...
Slave, come on, you know it's true. I know there's the bond of friendship and whatever, but when
don't
Red's
really
through with
do what
Charizard, it's back to the tiny spherical prison.
Tai and Agumon, on the other hand, are best friends on equal footing, and Agumon's fighting power comes directly from Tai.
Yeah, these kids were called the Digidestined for a reason, and together they had enough power to stop an attack which could have wiped out both the digital and real worlds. And this is the power Agumon's using to Digivolve.
Charizard's flame could melt boulders, but that's hardly comparable to Chrome Digizord armor.
Hell, METALGREYMON alone is officially documented as possessing the power of a nuclear warhead. And WARGREYMON has weapons specifically designed to kill dragons.
Honestly, it all comes down to a huge difference between Pokemon and Digimon itself: the escalation of evolution. Pokemon evolution improves monsters in increments, whereas the gap between Digimon forms is often massive and quite frankly absurd.
In the end, Red and
This is true.
Charizard couldn't even hope for as much as a tie.
The winner is the
Because I don't really
Digimon.
think it's necessarily, because, like, well, we can talk about it in a second, I guess. But, like, with Pokemon, you use them to battle. So we've still got some more.
I think it's just the credit. Yeah, it's just the credit. So we usually have it muted.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, you use Pokemon, you use them to battle, but they also have their weaknesses against other things.
Yeah.
Whereas WarGreymon was just like...
WarGreymon, well, that's the point of, that was the thing about WarGreymon. It was WarGreymon and, I forget what the other one was. It was, WARGREYMON, and I forget. It's gonna eat me alive until I eventually remember it. But it was Ty and Matt had the 2 Digimon that could Mega Digivolve.
Okay.
And Matt's was a wolf. Matt's was a mechanical wolf.
I remember that.
Could actually fire a giant missile from its chest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy seeing.
Well, at that point, I mean, might as well stop. You might as well stop the battle.
Yeah.
Okay. If I was Red and I just saw something evolve twice in like 2 seconds, I feel like I would call off the battle. But that's just
I'd be like, okay, hey, Charizard,
return. Yeah.
and just be like, you win.
Yeah, I'd be like,
you win. Hey,
it's very effective.
yes, very, very effective.
Very effective. Let's go.
Yeah. So
I like how Kyle
sorry.
was just like,
yeah,
I like how he was like, oh, okay, what is this?
yeah, sorry, I picked on you, man. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye. And Red just scurries off. I would liked it if they wouldn't have killed Charizard. I would have liked it but that's the thing about Death Battle. They always battle to the death.
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, I think they should have made a thing where they didn't die. They just were left without anything, and Red had to pull Charizard, Mega Charizard back.
I like how he killed him though, because you also make the point of realizing that in Pokemon nobody dies. They say that Charmander and and Charizard can die,
but
if
they
their
never
tail goes
show
out.
it.
But the thing is like no Pokemon ever die. They always get injured to the point of them returning, and then they go get healed at the Poké Center.
That's right. Whereas in Digimon, a lot of the Digimon that the Digidestined took on did die.
I think that's making a point of saying like they're more intense.
Okay.
And more powerful because they do kill each other, and so they're trained to know how to kill. So in a death battle, realistically,
okay,
they're not just trying to conquer to win a battle; they're going to the death.
Oh man,
so I like that.
That's a lot. That's a lot to digest.
Mm-hmm. Right in the childhood.
Right in the childhood.
Like
yeah, I liked it too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the fact that they had. I like the fact that I'm just sad that they skipped MetalGreymon, who was my favorite for the longest time because here's the thing. Here's the thing with bad guys in TV show in kids shows like that. There's usually a plateau set by that bad guy that you have to that the good guys have to reach in order to battle him.
Mm-hmm.
And the plateau that was reached because it was Edamon that they had to fight, and for the plateau for them to because they got beat by Edamon so many times. They beat Edamon's goonies and cronies and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, when it came to Edamon, they didn't stand a chance. None of them could make a dent. But then all of a sudden, MetalGreymon comes along after this long, arduous thing that made the others, or that pretty much showed what the next step would be for the Digimon. And I guess that's why Digimon has kind of fallen into obscurity, whereas Pokemon is still going strong. It's the variances of the story, and I'd say Pokemon is a more accessible in terms of its content, whereas Digimon I've over time I've come back to it now and again. As a child, when I was a child, it made more sense, but as an adult, I'm just like, it's still a fun show to watch, but overall, it's just like, still gonna be
Pokemon. You can do it over and over and over again, as they've done with like the different seasons and series and everything. They've done that with different stories. Because they have so many different ones, I guess.
Yeah.
So I feel like Pokemon has that advantage. I mean, think about it. Indigo League, you had Ash, and then they reboot it with Red.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think here's the kicker about Pokemon. You are the character in the game, whereas in the show they have to portray the character as somebody else, as kind of like an everyman, and that's a hard thing to really pull off, especially if you're trying to entertain the masses.
And they did that several times.
Yeah, they
didn't just do it once; they did it several times with different characters, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So I feel like Pokemon definitely has its advantages, but in a death battle.
In a death battle, gotta go
Digimon all the way,
Digimon.
right?
Because I've
Digimon
seen
all the
some
way.
Digimon that are insane. Like some of the later seasons of Digimon, I stopped paying attention it was season 1, the first series where it was Tai and them. They went to the digital realm, and then they came back to Earth, and then they went back to the digital realm to fight these new bad guys that came in, and then eventually it came down to there was one main bad guy at the end, and they were forced to go back to Earth because the door to the digital realm was closing forever, and they would never be able to come back.
Okay.
So they had to say their goodbyes and everything, and then eventually, and if they would have ended the show like that, I would have said that was a good logical closure point, and at the same time, at the same time, it leaves the door open for something in the future. But then all of a sudden, they do the next few seasons, and Tai and the rest of the Digidestined aren't the main characters anymore. Well, two of the characters from the original Digidestined are there, but it's just like a huge switch over, and it's just like, huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think a reboot of Digimon is easy to do.
Well, they did do a reboot, but they kept the story pretty much exactly. It was pretty much just a high definition retelling.
Okay.
And which I like. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a death battle. That was Digimon versus Pokemon, and Digimon won out. And from I saw the likes and dislikes on there, people were very, very angry that Pokemon lost. That's what I saw, because the likes and dislikes.
I'm sad, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it does as
I'm
well.
sad, but
it does
makes
for me
sense.
as well.
I'm
But
torn, but it makes sense.
yeah, so can't really argue against it. But anyway, we hope you all have enjoyed what you've seen here with this death battle. We hope you all enjoyed our reaction to it. If you did, leave a like down below. If there's something else you want us to watch, leave a suggestion down below in the comments. Also, check out Miss Wyndham Rice's channel. She posts videos every week, and she is consistently entertaining, unlike us. And
Maybe.
maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so check the description for all of our various other endeavors, and we'll see you again. Peace out.
Bye, guys.